But this actually gave me a couple chills.
Yeah, this is not good.
Why don't you tell us why this would give me chills?
Well, this is, again, children's textbook. And again, it's very telling because they always target the children to give the message that they want to put out there, that they want the society to, soak in, absorb. And this particular one, basically, let's see, what does this one say? This one says, 欢迎 Taiwan 小朋友, welcome Taiwanese children. You want to read the rest?
Yeah, I actually have the text down here because it's too small on the monitor over there. It says, 欢迎 Taiwan 小朋友一直船扬百帆. Should we do each line?
Yeah, it's a boat with billowing white sails, floats to Taiwan.
飘啊飘啊到台湾.
Bring the children from Taiwan to come have fun at my school.
So I need to say that line.
Yeah.
接来台湾小朋友到我学校玩一玩. So next line is 伸出双手紧紧握，热情的话二手不完.
Stretch out your hands and grasp them tightly, and we won't ever run out of enthusiasm. Here's the thing. They're basically saying we're going to welcome the children of Taiwan to come and have fun at our school. In other words, we're going to invade Taiwan, take it over, and absorb Taiwan.
This doesn't mean we're going to have a cross shores, like cross straits, have fun meeting. This is insinuating, and unfortunately, that they are going to invade Taiwan, and Taiwanese children will now be in China and will be reunited and live happily ever after.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that this little textbook is indicative of that invasion happening. Keep that in mind. We are not fearmongers.
Sure.
But it is definitely in that direction of getting people ready. Like you said in your video, preparing its citizens for war. It's not that China's going to go to war. It's that if it does happen, the people are ready.
Yeah.
And this is another one of the,
have fun. It's actually terrible. It's putting your political ambitions on children.
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of like if America in the textbooks will say something like, we're going to assimilate Mexico or something like that. And it's like all the little Mexican children are going to come and be part of your school. Actually, that kind of happens anyway, to be honest. But you know what I mean?
Immigration.
Yeah, through immigration. But I'm saying
this is through war.
But this is through war. Like we're going to take this. It's going to, it's really terrible. Again,
this looks innocent, but what this is it's grooming people for an apparent invasion. Because what a parent will read this, a child won't know. A parent will read this and say, oh yeah, for when we take over Taiwan.
Sure.
Oh yeah, this is for when we take over Taiwan and all those Taiwanese kids come live in the mainland.
Look, I mean, this works very well because over the years that I lived in and worked in China, I would meet people who would have absolutely no idea that certain things didn't come from China or certain music didn't come from China or certain things were not a Chinese invention because that's all they've been taught their whole lives, And this is how it is. So all Chinese citizens from a young age are taught that Taiwan just is a part of China, inseparable and all that kind of thing. And it's just a fact. Whereas, of course, there's a freaking civil war still going on. You know what I mean? That's the thing people don't realize. Taiwan is its own country, has been since they split away from the mainland.
Yeah.
Okay, they have their own separate government, their own separate currency, their own separate laws, their own separate trade deals, everything. It's a different country. But as far as anyone growing up in China is concerned, it's just a province of China. Always has been, always will be. And if they make a little bit of noise, we'll just take them by force and slaughter them all. It's kind of a crappy situation.
Unfortunately, that is something I came across today, and when I was reading that, I was like, "Gosh darn it, not in the textbook, no."
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but when I was learning Chinese in the Shenzhen University, it was hilarious because when they named countries, they had they had like Russia and USA and stuff, and then it said Taiwan, and in brackets, a province of China, like in capitals with an exclamation
like yelling
mark.
At you.
Yeah, a province of China. Yeah. I was like, you really have to do that? Do you have to? I'm not a fool.
Do you have to?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm a foreigner. I can make up my own mind. You're not going to brainwash me with your garbage. But they try. Did you see what they did with that free diving competition where the organizers, under pressure from Beijing, removed the Taiwanese flag? And then a whole bunch of other countries, including Japan and a bunch of other countries, said, well, if you're going to remove Taiwan's flag, remove our flag too.
That's awesome. Go
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah, Japan and a bunch of other countries.
That's really
It's
cool.
really cool, yeah.
That's really cool.
Describe what this is.
So here's some. I mean, this. Do not blame the children. For
No,
this.
but
blame the school.
If you're in China, by the way, during any kind of big national holiday, nationalist kind of thing, all the kindergartens and all the middle schools and high schools, they put on these shows.
Yes.
You've been there, and it's usually some nationalist themed thing where they go around and shoot Japanese, or they dress up in the old communist stuff like this. But yeah, please explain what's going on.
So here we have some kids LARPing at the direction of their teachers, probably LARPing as the Cultural Revolution victims, or victims and Red Guards, I should say.
The oppressors.
So basically, the oppressors. Yeah. So during the Cultural Revolution, Chairman Mao said we must destroy intellectuals, we must destroy culture, we must destroy anything that is bourgeoisie, and make sure that the new China can be born out of that, the ashes of that, right? And a really horrible symptom of the Cultural Revolution was taking landlords, teachers, anybody with an education, and putting placards around them, beating them in public,
Shaming them.
Yeah. They'd spit on them, they'd slap them. Some of them got murdered.
Oh yeah, they'd be beaten to death.
Them,
It was called struggle sessions.
Put Duns caps on them, but the most famous thing was the placard.
Yes.
And they put a placard on their neck, and they'd parade them around the town while the Red Guards, which were the youngsters fighting for Mao, would beat up their teachers and spit on their teachers. This is what you're seeing here.
Yeah.
This is them LARPing as the Red Guards. And this is a positive thing, by the way. This is seen as a positive thing. It is. And the poor little boy
Look how he's dressed as well. See, he's dressed in like fine silk clothing.
Because they were trying to destroy Chinese culture. He's wearing Chinese clothes.
Well, and it's also this whole class struggle. It's like, look, here is a rich person. He's our enemy. We are the people, the proletariat or whatever. Let's, destroy landlords.
And the placard says 大道地主,
which means punch the landlords.
Wait,
beat down, punch them away.
Yeah.
Punch landlords.
And it says 大道军阀.
Yeah.
军阀.
It's a warlord.
So the warlords were anyone that was like a counter-revolutionary.
Yeah, counter-revolutionary Japanese people, the Kuomintang.
Not people, it was the armies.
Yeah, armies. The Kuomintang, the foreign.
The Kuomintang were
whatever.
The nationalist party.
So basically, this was quite a common slogan to put around the people's neck. It's just like, basically destroy landlords and destroy warlords.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to say something here. You know how the Chinese government keeps banning effeminate males?
Yeah.
This kid's in big trouble because the teachers dolled him up in lipstick. You need to tell the audience how common this is.
Super common.
They make the little boys look like little girls.
They do. And when I used to teach...
But they're so against it now.
Yeah,
what happened?
When I used to teach kindergarten, they would often have these little shows that they put on. And very often they would put women's makeup on the little boys.
Almost
lipstick,
always.
eyeshadow.
It's a necessity.
It was...
They put more on the boys than the girls.
It's true.
Yeah.
And it was kind of weird.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
Think what you want about that. I just think it's weird that they're going apeshit about banning all that stuff. And
I'm sure it won't.
It's
kind of strange. Kids
they're immune.
They're immune to a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're not immune to kidnapping.
No, certainly not. Anyway, that's a dark path we don't need to go down right now. Anyway, so
just some shit, guys.
This is not what I would say conducive to a healthy society. What we're seeing here, okay?
No.
This is teaching your children that this kind of behavior is okay and making them dress up like that and using it as a tool of nationalism. See, they're all carrying the 5-star star.
Yes.
The Chinese flag there. And they're all like dressed up as those stupid communist brain-dead Red Guard that went and killed their teachers and ratted out their parents and all these terrible things that the Red Guard did in this crazy fervor, all waving little Mao Zedong's red book and whatnot. This is not what you should be teaching your 5-year-old kid. They all look like they're about 5 over there.
Yeah,
I think it's
about 5. Yeah,
I think it's a very poor state of affairs.
I mean, the same age kids, they put them into plays where they're actually shooting people, and it's not funny shooting like Elmer Fudd.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's war LARPing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, imagine that's your childhood. It's not very good. And the thing is, it's all about like attacking your own people, which is even worse.
Right.
Today, we're talking about, we're talking about ourselves. We promise we're not going to show you a family album and be like, this is...
We're going to show you a family album.
But we're not going to be like, this is me when I was 2 years old. That's me when I was 2 years old.
I did look like Harry Potter at one point.
Yeah, he did.
Every photo of me when I'm around 12 or 13 years old, I look very dark.
Eat a pretzel, you got to put that sign, you got to throw horns, bro.
Put your samurai sword away. Anyway.
Swim meet is like you take a shank of lamb and you like swim it around, you know? You like whip it out.
Favorite guilty pleasure music?
My guilty pleasure must honestly be probably some like anime soundtrack.
Probably not so much now, but I still do. I'll put it on around Christmas. Hanson.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind